Hello everyone, this is part 17 of What If Naruto Came Back to Claim His Family's Name, and I hope you guys enjoy this video and to like, to subscribe, to share, and check out the playlist, to see more comment down below. Now let's start the intro.
They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Join my membership, the perks are great. It's in the description. Be sure to like and subscribe, it gives me more motivation. Enjoy. A few days after meeting with Shikamaru, Ino and Sasuke returned home, but the Anbu had a squad guarding their house at all time. Soon it was time for the Demon Council to be held. So Kyuubi, how is this going to work? Asked Naruto to the Kyuubi. Simply put, the Demon Lords will come here from the Demon World, we will talk, getting back in touch and later go to the clan houses. Tomorrow we will hold our meeting, then on the last day just like the first. Just think of it as a big family reunion but with meeting in fit middle, said Kyuubi as both Sakuras walked up. Demon World? Asked Naruto. The Demon World where demons live? Do you think it was just the 9 demon fox lords? No, we have an entire country filled with demon foxes, said Kyuubi. So when will they get here? Asked Naruto Sakura when a giant ice spear came up and right next to it was air filled with the sound of music. There before them stood the Kyuubi's brother Gyuchio, the 5 ice fox, and another gray fox with 4 tails. Lord Kyuubi, Lady Sakura, said the gray fox in a musical voice. Musique, you are my brother's mate, you and him don't have to call me Lord, said Kyuubi. I am only giving you the respect, said Musique. Fine Musique, how are your kits doing? Asked Fox Sakura. They are doing fine, mostly running around doing kid things in our world. Our eldest has been hanging around a young female fire fox, said Musique with a smile. Really, I can't wait to have kits of my own, said Fox Sakura. Yeah, I am so sorry to hear that, yes, but at least your mate stayed alive and you were able to return to us, said Musique. Suddenly a bolt of lightning came down and another fox appeared. This one yellow with 7 tails. Shortly after that a white portal opened and out walked a brown-red fox with a single tail. Hello Tonnerre, said Kyuubi to the yellow fox. Hello Volpe, he said the reddish-brown fox. Greeting Lord Kyuubi, Lady Sakura, it has been too long. You haven't been in our realm lately, said Tonnerre. I know that Tonnerre, but it is good to get out and see the human realm, besides if needed I could have returned, said Kyuubi. True my lord, it is good to see the other world every once in a while, said Volpe with a smile. V, how are you doing? Asked Sakura. Always the same with us, still using our childhood names. You know Mom always hated when we called each other that, said Volpe. How is Mother doing? Did it take the news of my almost death well? Asked Sakura to her sister. Truth be told, I didn't tell her. I knew your mate was still alive, so there was a chance that you could come back, and I didn't want to make our 9.5 million year old mother worry, said Volpe as 2 more bursts appeared. One was sudden snowstorm happened right next to it. A giant rock shot out of the ground before it burst apart. From the snow came a white 2-tailed fox, and from the rock a 3-tailed brown fox. Welcome Rocker and Nej, it has been a while, said Kyuubi. It has been a while since we last talked, said Rocker the 2-tailed rock fox. Yes it has, said Kyuubi as tornado of water formed and a 6-tailed blue fox walked out. Well, now that you are here Broom, we can move to the backyard. They all nodded and head to the backyard, leaving Sakura and Naruto standing there. Well, this is strange, we have 9 demon lords sitting in our backward. Well, if at least no one will try anything, said Sakura. Yeah, they would have to be foolish to try anything now, said Naruto. How about we do some lunch? Sounds good, said Sakura as they left to have lunch while the demon lords gathered together. Soon they were at Naruto's favorite ramen stand. Haven't seen you around so much Naruto, said the owner. Well, truth be told, I grew out of eating ramen 24 out of 7, said Naruto. It is still my favorite food, but you can't eat it all the time. Well, you better keep coming by, it will be a big boost to business whenever the Hokage comes around to eat. Sure old man, laughed Naruto. So Sakura-chan, we never talked, when do you want the wedding? I like to have it in June, said Sakura, but what about you? Do you want any date? It is our wedding and so far I have planned everything. Sakura-chan, all I want is you. I don't care about dates, what color goes with what and that sort of thing. All I care about is that you have the wedding of your dream. I will be happy when you're happy, said Naruto. Sakura just smiled. He is so willing to put our happiest in front of his own, thought Sakura with a smile. No, our happiness makes him happy, just like his happiness makes us happy, thought inner Sakura. So anyway, Sakura-chan, June is fine by me. We can have the wedding in the backyard and party in the house. Is that okay with you? Asked Naruto. That is just what I was thinking. I don't want a huge wedding like Ino is doing. Seems like she is inviting half the village, said Sakura. Yeah, but that's Ino, she always loves a party, said Naruto. Yeah, kind of surprising that she is marry Sasuke, being that she is the drama queen and all, said Sakura. Yeah, but Sasuke will calm her down just like she will get him to socialize a little bit more, said Naruto as he finished his second bowl and ordered a third. Yeah, but I just want a small wedding, close friends, and who knows, maybe soon it will let your uncle out of prison for the day, said Sakura. Maybe, said Naruto as he drank some water. Hey Sakura-chan, why don't you talk about the other members of your clan often? Sakura lowered her head. Truth be told, the rest of my clan disowned my father when he married my mother, so I don't see them, said Sakura. Why would they disown your father for marrying your mom? Asked Naruto. Naruto-kun, clan rivals go down even to the smallest of clans. My mom and dad clans were from rivals, so both clans disowned them. That is why my parents moved to this village to get away from their clan war, said Sakura. I am so sorry, Sakura-chan, said Naruto. Don't be, Naruto-kun, I grew up knowing this and I am used to it, said Sakura. I don't really want them in my life, besides most of my clan is in Grass Village and my dad never told them where he and mom were going to live. So they will never know about us, but if the stories about them, if they ever find out about me and you, they will try to get something from you. More than likely trying to make you support them in a race for power in their village. Why is everyone so focused on power? Asked Naruto. I don't know, Naruto-kun, I don't know, said Sakura. In an underground lab near what used to be the Sound Village, a man wearing glasses walked into a room bathed in green light. It was filled with tubes of green and red liquid. How is he? Asked the man wearing the glasses. Fine, everything went as planned, said a sound ninja. Good Lord, Orochimaru would have been pleased that we finished his ultimate weapon, said the man. Yes, Lord Kabuto, with the grow enhancements he should be walking by the end of the week, fighting within a mouth and fully ready in 2 more mouths, said the ninja. Good, is our insurance in place? Asked Kabuto. Yes, said the ninja, he will always follow your command, it is written in his very DNA that he can bring no harm to you. Good, said Kabuto as he looked at the little baby lying asleep on a small bed with a bunch of monitors. He is the key to our victory. We may not have the resources now to make more of him, but after we take the Mist Village we will be able to make an army just like him, and then victory will be ours. Later that night, after Sakura and Naruto had gone to bed, Kyuubi and his Sakura lay together by a fire that Kyuubi had made for them. It was good to see everyone again, said Kyuubi. Yeah, it was, said Sakura back as she rubbed her face against her mate, and Musique told me something interesting. What was that? Asked Kyuubi. Well, you know that Musique is the head our medical foxes, right? Said Sakura. Well, that's only true because you didn't want to mess with all the kids, said Kyuubi. Well, I won't mind messing with ours, said Fox Sakura with a smirk. I am with pups. Kyuubi-kun, you're going to be a father. Kyuubi just laid there dumbfounded with eyes wide as reality started to sink in. Pups, we are going to have pups? Asked Kyuubi. Yes, you barker, that is what I said, said Sakura as she rubbed up against her mate. I know, it's just I failed to protect you and our first pup, and, said Kyuubi with a shaky voice. Kyuubi-kun, it wasn't your fault they attacked me, I was almost defenseless, but now we are with safe, said Sakura. We will make sure these pups are raised good. Pups? Asked Kyuubi. According to Musique's nose she can smell 2 scents coming from within me, said Sakura. Why couldn't we smell this? Asked Kyuubi. She is trained to smell these things, so she knows sooner than most, said Sakura. So Kyuubi-kun, what do you think? I am worried but so happy, said Kyuubi as he rubbed against. Finally, we will have a family. So do we know if they're boys, girls, or one of each? Does it matter, Kyuubi-kun? Asked Sakura. No, it just I am wondering, said Kyuubi. It is too early to tell, said Sakura. For the moment let's just enjoy this together. The rest of the time that the Demon Council was gathered was normal. The Akamaiki clan had been told to back off, but Ino got spat on in the street but a young Akamaiki clan member on her way back from training Luke, Lu and Kinkura. Tsunade had put Hinura, Rick and Minuto on a team so that Naruto could train for the Hokage, and Sakura was now putting in more time at the hospital. The word in the street was that Sakura would take Tsunade's place as head medical ninja around the same time that she stepped down from Hokage. However, most of the Akamaiki clan just glared at Ino and Sasuke now. Tsunade had told Choza not to go near Ino or Sasuke. Naruto and Sakura would still be guarding Ino and Sasuke, but they had told them to let them go away. However, word had leaked that Naruto and Sakura were protecting them, and now they were getting the same treatment as Ino and Sasuke. "How are you doing, Ino-chan?" asked Sasuke as he walked up to Ino. "I am doing fine, but," said Ino. "What is it, Ino?" "It's just because of what I did. Naruto and Sakura are hated by the Akamaiki clan," said Ino. The Akamaiki clan already hated Naruto because he is a Namikaze and Sakura is going to be one. "They fear the return of the Namikaze out Ofuchiha alliance," said Sasuke. "And we just confirmed their beliefs and the other clans who think that the past is going to repeat itself. I killed one of their own and Naruto and Sakura protected us. If any of them didn't believe that there is an alliance between us, now they do," said Ino. "We went where we would be safest, and one mad clan doesn't mean the end of the world," said Sasuke as he put a hand on Ino's cheek. "But how can Naruto hope to be a good Hokage when one half the major clans are against him?" asked Ino. "Don't worry, he will change their minds. He changed Gaara's and mine, he can handle them," said Sasuke. "Still, we have to do something," said Ino. "We need to thank him and Sakura for helping us out." "I'll think of something, but for now it is time for bed," said Sasuke as Ino left for bed. The next day Ino was walking down the street to order lunch with Sakura. While on her way to the food stand, Ino suddenly came face to face with Choza Akamaiki. "Why, Ino, why would you kill my son? He was your teammate and friend. He loved you and you repaid his kindness with a kunai in the head," yelled Choza. "He was going to kill Sasuke-kun," yelled Ino. "You killed your brother for a snake," yelled Choza as he pulled out a kunai. "I will make you pay for this." Instantly Ino jumped back and pulled a kunai in her hand. There is no escape. Ino looked around and saw all the members of the Akamaiki clan had gathered around her. Many had used their body expansion just to make them giant. "You won't get away with this, Sasuke-kun, Naruto, Sakura, my parents and Lady Tsunade will get you for this," yelled Ino as Choza started laughing. "I am afraid that you are wrong there, Ino," said Choza as he held up two heads. "Mom, Dad?" asked Ino as she fell to her knees. "Yes, we are purging this village of evil. Look behind you," said Choza. Ino turned around and saw smoke coming from the Hokage Tower and Naruto's home. "You're all that's left. We killed the Namikaze, Haruno, all the Yamanaka clan are now s. The Hokage has been replaced by Hashi Hyuga and now it is time to finish it." Ino watched as a person was dragged forward. He was beaten and bleeding, but Ino knew who it was. "Sasuke-kun." "Yes, the last Uchiha," said Choza as he pulled Sasuke's hair back and put a kunai to his tea. "It is time for that clan to s. I love you, Ino-chan," said Sasuke as Choza's kunai s Sasuke's tea, spraying his blood all over the ground. However, the person holding the kunai wasn't Choza anymore, it was Choji, who was smiling and laughing. "Sasuke-kun," yelled Ino as she sat up in bed throwing off the covers. Her face covered with a cold sweat covered her white top, making it stick to her body. She looked around the dark room, realizing that she was back at the Uchiha compound. "Ino-chan, what is it?" asked Sasuke as he turned on a light and sat up to next to Ino, who was now shaking. "It was the nightmare, wasn't it?" "Yes," said Ino. "It's okay, Ino, everything is fine," said Sasuke as he tried to calm Ino down. She had been having the same nightmare for weeks now, but they were getting fewer and fewer, but still the result was the same. Ino wakes up in a cold sweat, shaking and in some causes vomiting. However, it would almost impossible for Ino to go back to sleep. Sasuke stayed up the rest of the night comforting Ino. The next day Sasuke walked into the Hokage's office to find Tsunade looking over some paperwork. "Good day, Lady Hokage. What do you want, Sasuke?" asked Tsunade as she looked up at the last Uchiha. "I need your approval to use a forbidden jutsu," said Sasuke. What is it? Asked Tsunade. Ino feels that we have to do something to say thank you to Naruto and Sakura because they are now hated by the Akamaki clan, said Sasuke. Okay, what do you have on your mind? Asked Tsunade, who could only smile as Sasuke told his plan. You have the go ahead, but you will have to talk to Kyuubi and Sakura, Fox, to complete your goal. I know that is where you come into play, said Sasuke. Later that day, Tsunade stood in the Namika's door as Sakura opened the door. Lady Hokage, what are you doing here? Well, Sasuke came and saw me today. Seems that Ino is depressed and Sasuke wants us to take her out for lunch, gather up Tenten, Temari, Shizune and even Hinata, just us girls, said Tsunade. That is a good idea. Let me tell Naruto, said Sakura. Actually, I have to talk to him as well, said Tsunade. I want him to watch The Office while we are having our lunch. Okay, but who is going to help Naruto-kun at the office? Asked Sakura. Even Shizune has a helper, you know, said Tsunade. This is so troublesome, said Shikamaru as he listened to Shizune explain things yet again. They found Naruto in the backyard taking care of one of his ninja foxes who had just had pups. Naruto-kun. Ya Sakura-chan, said Naruto as he left the kennel, letting the new mom and dad sleep. Tsunade wants to take Ino out for lunch to make her feel better, so you are going to have to watch the Hokage's office, said Sakura. Okay then, have fun, say hi to Ino for me, said Naruto. Sure thing Naruto, have fun at the office, said Sakura as Naruto disappeared in a flash of light. As soon as Sakura and Tsunade left, Sasuke walked up and knocked on the door. Kyuubi answered the door. They aren't here, Sasuke, said Kyuubi. I came to talk to you, said Sasuke. About what? Asked Kyuubi. Later that day, Naruto still sat in the Hokage's office as Tsunade and Sakura walked in. So how was your lunch? Good, but now Sasuke and Ino have a present for you two back at your house, said Tsunade as Sakura and Naruto looked at her. A gift? What for what? Asked Naruto. It's a thank you for protecting them and to say they're sorry for getting half the clans after you, said Tsunade as a smile spread across her face. Either way, I think you will enjoy the gift. Okay then, said Sakura as Naruto walked up to her. No, Naruto-kun, I want to try to use the Hiraishin no Jutsu. Okay then, said Naruto as Sakura disappeared in a flash of pink light. You taught Sakura the Hiraishin no Jutsu? Asked Tsunade. Of course she is going to be Sakura Namika's, so she should know my family's Justus, said Naruto as he disappeared in a flash of light and reappeared next to Sakura. So Sakura-chan, what do you think they got us? I don't know, more than likely it's free flowers for our wedding, said Sakura. So you ready to jump again? Asked Naruto. Sure, said Sakura as both of them disappeared in a flash of light. They appeared by the front door. Slowly they opened the door to find Sasuke and Ino waiting for them. Finally you showed up, said Ino. Your gift is in your backyard, said Sasuke. You know you guys didn't have to get anything for us, said Sakura. I know you guys will love this though, said Ino as she led the two into the backyard. The moment Ino opened the door, Sakura and Naruto stood there dumbfounded at the sight that stood before them. There before them stood four people that they had only seen in pictures. One looked just like Naruto. He was wearing a jacket similar to Naruto but white with red flames instead of black and orange. Next to him stood a red-haired woman wearing a black top, gray shorts and a brown half cape. The other couple, the man had black hair and wore a Jonin outfit. The man had black hair. Next to him stood a pink-haired woman wearing. Mom, Dad? Asked Naruto. Father, Mother? Asked Sakura. Yes, it is us, said the fourth Hokage, Minato Namika's ex. In an instant Naruto and Sakura were in the arms of their parents, both of them in tears as their parents hugged them. How can this be? US? Asked Naruto in between tears. You can thank your friend Sasuke, he used a variant of one of Orochimaru's Eustace to bring us back for 24 hours, said Minato. I don't care how it happened, I finally get to hold my son, cried Kushina as she hugged onto her son. Meanwhile Sakura was seeing her father for the first time. It's so good to hold my daughter. Last time I did this you and your mother was being evacuated because of the Kyuubi attack, said Sakamoto Haruno. Dad, you have no idea how long I wanted to talk to you, cried Sakura into her father's chest before looking at her mom. Mom, you look a lot younger. Do you think I really wanted to spend forever looking like a 45-year-old woman when my husband looks 25? Said her mother Cerise. So I choose to look like I did when your father I understand, said Sakura, but Mom, I asked why we're so mean to Naruto-kun. I thought he would take you away from me. I had lost all my friends during the Kyuubi attack, said Cerise, looking at the ground in shame. I didn't know that Naruto was Minuto's and Kushona's son. If I had known, I would have taken him in and raised him like a son. Well, I kind glad you didn't. It would just be weird when I marry Naruto-kun, said Sakura. You're marrying each other? Asked Cerise, stunned. Yes, I thought you would know that because I always thought you would be watching from heaven, said Sakura. Sakura, the Justu I used pulled souls from heaven, but they only remember what they knew when they They may have known, but they don't remember it, said Sasuke. I told them about Naruto being the fourth son and the truth behind the Kyuubi, but I was leaving the rest up to you two. So you two are getting married, said Kushina as she looked at her son. Yeah, I hope you like Sakura-chan, said Naruto as he rubbed the back of his head, causing Kushina to laugh. You look so much like your father just then, said Kushina. Of course I like Sakura, I am her godmother and Minato is her godfather after all. Just like Cerise and Sakuma were supposed to be yours. I told you our kids would get together, said Minato as he hit Sakuma in the shoulder. Yeah, you did, said Sakuma. So when is the wedding? Asked Cerise. Early June, said Sakura. Yeah, and in 5 years I am going to be Hokage, said Naruto with a smile. Congratulations, son, said Minato. Why don't we go inside and sit down? Said Ino, it's getting cold. Shut up, Ino, yelled Sakura. She is just like you, whispered Minato to his wife. And he is just like you, maybe that is why they love each other. She whispered back. Sakura-chan, Ino does have a good idea, said Naruto. Hey Ino, how are you doing? Asked Cerise. Fine, Mrs. Haruno, I marry Sasuke in about a month, so I am pretty good, said Ino. She didn't want to tell her about Choji. Ino-chan, let's leave, said Sasuke. Okay then, said Ino. Just remember Naruto, Sakura, they are only 24 hours before they return, said Sasuke. We will remember, said Naruto as Ino and Sasuke left. So let us head inside. The 6 of them went inside and sat down on the couch. They started talking about everything, then it turned to Naruto's past and Kushina could only cry and hold on to her son as he told about the past. Son, can I talk to you for a minute alone? Asked Minato as he and Naruto sat up and followed his father into a side room. He closed the door so no one else could hear them. What is it, Dad? Asked Naruto. I just want you to know that I am so sorry for having to seal the Kyuubi in you, said Minato. I hoped that the villagers would treat you right, but it looks like I was wrong. I hope you can forgive me. Truth be told, Dad, I understood why you did it. You were protecting the village. When I was younger, I asked why did you pick me to carry the burden, but when I found out you were my father and that reason you picked me was to make the seal stronger, said Naruto. Still, if there was any other choose, I would have used it, said Minato. Dad, if I didn't have the Kyuubi in me, I would have so many times. I would never have brought Sasuke back to the village. Well, I wish that the Kyuubi would never had come, so I could have been a father, said Minato as he looked down. I had so many dreams of what I would do with you. Play catch, teaching your Eustace and giving your gifts on your birthday. Instead, the only gift I gave you was a curse. I also wish that I never came to your village to begin with, said Kyuubi as he appeared in the doorway. Kyuubi, said Minato as he glared at the fox. Dad, it is okay, said Naruto. I thought that Sasuke told you that the Kyuubi is our clan new summons. I know, but he still attacked our village for no reason, said Minato. If all the doctors weren't so busy treating to the war wounded, your mother would have lived. It is all his fault. I am sorry, said Kyuubi. Is sorry supposed to give me back the time I should have had with my son? Asked Minato. No, but I have lost a child because the rock ninjas wearing your headbands attacked my mate King Her and our pups. That is why I attacked your village, though you had killed my family, said Kyuubi. I see, said Minato. Kyuubi-kun, it is almost time for our part of the show, said Sakura as she appeared by Kyuubi. What are you two up to? Asked Naruto. You'll see, said Sakura as they walked away. Who was that fox? Asked Minato. Well, turns out that Kyuubi's mate didn't totally because of the fox seal, so she was able to return, but they did lose their kid, said Naruto, but now they are expecting pups. I see, said Minato before they returned to the rest of the group. Almost as soon they returned, 2 mini tornadoes of spinning chakra appeared in the room. Everyone looked at them for a bit before they stopped when they stopped. Sakura and Naruto already knew what was going on, but the other four just stood there as four new figures appeared where the twisters stopped. Cool, so it finally happened, yelled an 8-year-old boy with blonde hair wearing a red shirt and black shorts with deep blue eyes. Yeah, this is so cool, yelled his carbon copy, only he was wearing a blue shirt instead of red. Twerps, will you show some respect? Yelled the oldest girl, maybe 12 years old, wearing an orange tops to believeless top, black shorts and a blue shirt. Her headband was on her forehead in between her blue eyes and her shoulder-length blonde hair with pink highlights. Kushina, put down please, said a little 4-year-old girl who was being held by the older girl. She had deep green eyes, pink hair with a little ribbon in it. She was wearing a light pink shirt and a purple shirt. Oh, sorry about that, sire, said Kushina as she put the little girl down. The moment the little girl's feet hit the ground, she ran to Sakura. Up, mommy, said the little girl as she held up her hands toward Sakura. Without thinking, Sakura picked up the little girl and let her sit in her lap. What is going on? Who are you people? Asked Minato. I can explain that, said Fox Sakura as she walked into the room. I am Sakura, 8-tailed demon fox of wind and mate of the 9-tailed fox Kyubi. We thought it would be good if the future Namikazes get to see the grandparents, even if it's only for a little bit of time. So you four are? Asked Sakamore. Yep, Grandpa, we're their future kids, said one of the boys who was pointing at his parents. I am Minato Namikaze and this is my twin. Wait, you're my twin? I was born first, said the other boy. It doesn't matter who was born first, yelled Kushina Namikaze as both boys looked fearfully at her. I am Altair Namikaze, said the boy in blue. Kushina, it is great to finally see our true grandparents, said Kushina, and the little girl is sire. Mommy, said the little girl in Sakura's lap as she turned to look at Sakura, why do you look like you do in the white photo? White photo? Asked Sakura. She means your wedding photo. She has nicknames for the photos and white because of the wedding dress, explained Kushina as they sat down. Kushina chose to sit in between Sakamore and Cerise Haruno, and the boys sat by Minato and Kushina. All four grandparents just looked at the kids. What? Asked Altair. It's just weird seeing the future kids of our kids, said Kushina, Naruto's mom. Is it weirder than coming back from the S and seeing your 20-year-old kids? Said her grandson Minato. Well, if you put it that way then no, said Kushina. Well, we only have an hour until we go back to our time, said Naruto's and Sakura's daughter Kushina, so please let's get over this from the future thing so that we can talk and get to know you four. Okay then, said the fourth, what do you want to know? They spent the next 1/2 an hour talking, laughing and joking. While Sakura and Naruto spent time with their future sons, Kushina walked up to her future granddaughter. I am just wondering, when is your birthday? Last week, said Kushina. That isn't what I mean. I am asking how long my boy will have to wait before he can hold his daughter, whispered Kushina to the blonde-haired girl. Not long, by this time next year daddy will be holding me, whispered Kushina back with a smile. That's all I wanted to know, said Kushina. I only got to see him once and that was just before I just want him to have what I didn't have a chance to do. Raise his kids and watch them grow. I can understand, but no, he does love you and Grandpa. He has a photo of you two sitting on his desk on the Hokage's office right next to a photo of us, said Kushina, Sakura's and Naruto's daughter. He even named me and one of my brothers after you two. Suddenly a loud knocking came from the door. I'll get it, yelled little Minato as he ran toward the door. No, I'll get it, yelled Altair as he ran toward the door. Soon they were fighting over the door handle. Are they always like this? Asked Sakura to her future daughter. Yeah, you always say they're like Dad when he was younger, only they have a person to bounce ideas off of. Also they are always trying to outdo each other, said Kushina as they finally opened to show Tsunade and Jiraiya standing there. Okay, when did Naruto start making his clones min versions of himself? Asked Jiraiya. We are not clones, Grandpa Jiraiya, said Minato. What, Grandpa? Asked a very confused Jiraiya before he turned to Tsunade. I thought you said that Sasuke was bring Minato back. Come on in, yelled Naruto, I can explain everything. They walked in noticing the extra 4 kids. So will someone please tell me what is going on? Asked Tsunade. Long story short, Sakura used some of her powers to bring mine and Sakura-chan future kids to see the grandparents, said Naruto as Jiraiya and Tsunade's eyes widened. So you two are their future kids? Asked Tsunade as she looked down at the two little boys. Yeah, we are Grandma Tsunade, said Kushina as she walked up. I'm Kushina, these are my brothers Altair and Minato, the little girl is Saya. Wait, are you the oldest? Said Tsunade. Yeah. Ha, I won our bet, you owe me 5,000, pervert, said Tsunade. I will pay you later, old hag, said Jiraiya. Wait, you had a bet, on what? Asked Sakura. I bet that your firstborn would be a girl, he bet it would be a boy, said Tsunade with a smile, therefore I won. Some things never changed, sighed both Kushina. Soon the hour was up and all the Namikas and the Harunos gathered together for a group photo. It was the first time all of them had been together. That will be all for this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment down below for more videos. Goodbye.